What if your vise could be many vices? No, not many as in small many, but many as in plural, multi. This is the IQ vise from Work IQ Tools. Now, in addition to the vise, which is a tool in itself, but they also have many additional accessories that also outfit the IQ vise and make it more handy for maybe your particular needs. So you don't have to have all these accessories, but some of them may help you out dramatically. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a closer look at each of these, and after that we'll come back and wrap all this up. So this is the Work IQ vise, which is kind of the nucleus of this whole operation here. And probably in many ways this could be the only thing that you would need, and you could probably get by with just having the vise. So it looks like one set of jaws are actually included with the vise. You get the hard jaws in the vise, and then you get this set of soft jaws as well. And then a few other hardware items, so like nuts and bolts, like carriage bolts. These are pins. I believe you can lock out the articulation movements of this, so you can just clamp it in place. But anyway, we'll show you how these pins work as well. Looks like maybe the pins work in the soft jaws, or the jaw liners as well. So the vise is basically going to mount on a surface right on the edge, like a typical vise would. Of course, most vices may just mount to the top. This is going to mount with the overhanging the face, and then the bolts actually running through from top to bottom. So we didn't use the carriage bolts. We went ahead and ran some lag screws in here to hold this. Probably be temporary of where we have this vise right now. We'll probably move it later, but we'll probably still use the lags, just use some larger lags. But let's take a closer look at this. First, let's turn this around. It's backwards right now, and you'll see this large pin right here. What this is doing is locking kind of the articulation. I can loosen the vise here or tighten the vise here, but this doesn't move, and it's because that pin's in place. If I pull this pin out, now this will articulate all over the place. So if you'll look here, there's a small groove right there, and then at 90 degrees there's a groove that runs all the way across that ball or that socket or the ball. And then you can take this pin and every 90 degrees be able to lock it into place. So you can still clamp it, but really that pin is doing the locking, so it's not going to turn on you. Pull it out, turn it 90, and I can pull this, pull it down here, and now I can lock it right here from turning this way, from that articulating movement. Again, turn it 90, lock it here. Furthermore, put it all the way up here, and then lock it at that angle as well. And then there's also a spot where I can slide that pin in where it will store the pin, but it doesn't lock the ball. So I can just find my spot where I want this, push the clamp down, and now it's held in place. So the pins can be used from either side, and this is locking the forward articulation, and when it's standing up, you lock it right there. And then this is basically the unlock hole. So basically it's just a place to store that pin when you're not locking that articulation out. So let's flip this around. So I've got the pin and the unlock hole, and so this will literally go anywhere around that I want it to go. And if your lock is too loose, so you can see here, so I've got it locked down and it still moves around, you just want to tighten it up a turn or two. And then when you lock it down, you get good firm pressure, and then it's locked out. Let's go ahead and cut this zip tie off the... So you can see here we have two rails that are supporting the vise jaws, and then the one Acme screw there in the middle. It's actually doing the tightening. And it looks like we get either some type of iron jaws with some grip there. And the additional jaws here, they have a soft side with like a crosshatch pattern here, and then a soft side here with different, you know, grooves that you could put pipe in or whatever it is you're trying to grip. And they're just going to slide on here, and you can stick these pins in here to lock them in. And these are the flex fit jaws that come with the vise. You see some holes right here. Those aren't just holes. They'll actually come into play here in a few moments. And these are the reversible woodworking sleeves. So these look like an oversized sleeve, which they are. So you can see where that fits in the vise there. So they're definitely oversized, give a broader surface to grab onto. And we have more of a rubber crosshatch there. And this is more of a spongy foam rubber on this side. So even those soft woods we can grip onto without marring up the wood. And then your hardwoods with the rubber surface, again, should not have any issue with being able to, number one, grab the wood, and number two, be able to not mar it either. Now, these woodworking sleeves are going to run you about $40 for the pair. And just like before, pull the pins, pull these out, stick the woodworking ones on, and you can see how much larger those are. So very quickly change these out, and now you can be able to work with a different set of jaw liners. Or swap them out for the softer side, and again, you're ready to go. So $40 for the woodworking jaws. Then we got the reversible SureFit sleeves. These look a lot like the ones that come with the vise. However, these have the soft rubber, and on this side it's just hard plastic and not the more kind of rubberized coating here. So a little bit different than the ones that are included, but these are called the reversible SureFits. Again, soft foam rubber here with a hard plastic on this side. Again, very quickly change these out, put your pins in, and you're good to go. These are only going to run $25 for the reversible SureFit. And then we have the pipe fit sleeve. So you can see here on this side, you have the hard metal jaws here that are going to grip any type of pipe. And then on the reverse side, more of a softer rubberized V-groove there for grabbing probably PVC, CPVC, vinyl, whatever it is, some type of soft, or even copper for that matter. But of course, this would grab copper as well. So again, an easy way to set up for working with pipe. Again, using your pins to easily lock those in so that you can use the vise quickly. These are going to run $45 for the set. And then finally, these are really cool. These are the leather sleeves. So genuine leather there on the face of these, on both of these. Then the back side is much like their kind of generic SureFits. So just some different grooves and such to grab. But this would be great for grabbing any types of precious metals, oddball kind of sized or shaped things that, again, you don't want to mar up. So you can put those leather faces together and now be able to quickly and easily work with those precious items. And this is going to run you $45 for the set. Now, I mentioned to you that these would come into play here in just one moment. So let's take a look at the IQ Connect system. So this here is the IQ Connect. So you can see here several different ways that you can accessorize the IQ vise. So you can mount these little standalone mounts here and then just be able to clamp in these systems. They index to a certain location and then lock into place. And you've got a 5-inch magnifying glass. You've also got 180 lumen light. Again, locks into place. Articulate that where you need it. But the cool thing is, and also you get a phone holder as well. So put your phone in there, lock it down, and be able to clamp that into place. And again, you can mount these pods wherever you want to. but also right here on the vise, and you can see 2 right here. I'll loosen this up, flip it around, 2 more right here. So integrated as part of the vise without having to have these mounts, I can lock those into place, and now I can use my magnifying glass be able to make things larger. Where I can put in my light. Turn that on, give myself some additional light if I need to. So a couple of different brightness modes there. Battery powered, by the way, even an end light for like a flashlight. So several different options that we have there. And even a battery indicator right there. And by the way, just slide this out. Now you can hold it, put it back in here, and USB right here on the side to recharge. So pretty cool little item. And as I mentioned, even put in your cell phone holder and be able to clamp that into place. So maybe you need to film something, you can do so. So really handy connections built right onto the vise. And that whole IQ Connect system that we just went over will run you $110. And even furthermore, with the Connect system, you can get a simple clamp that, again, you're going to utilize these to just pop into place. And the clamp has 2 locations. The clamp mount will run you $30. And then also a large magnetic mount as well. This will also run you $30. This with 1 location to mount something. Then anything steel or ferrous metal, you can obviously mount that to and be able to use any of the Connect system with it. I don't think I covered the vise itself as far as cost. That's going to run you $280. So many of you will be able to utilize just the vise and not need the Connect system or the additional vise jaws or sleeves or anything else. So you definitely get a lot of functionality just in the Work IQ vise, but the other additional items definitely expand the possibilities of working even further with something like this. Now, a great idea for using this system would be taking the pipe jaws or the pipe fits and putting the rubber side on the inside and turning this sideways and down, so articulating it down. Open up the jaws here. Let's put our pins in. We'll angle this up just a touch. Clamp that down. Now to sharpen a chainsaw chain or blade, it's pretty easy to put these in a vise and just kind of clamp them right here. However, to take the bar and chain off, you can't do that. Once you get that mounted up, well, then this is going to fall out of place when you go to take the bar nuts off. But now I'm securing this by the handle. I can take my bar and chain off. I can sharpen it if I need to, whatever. But I can do anything I need to do there, and it's locked into that vise. Now, all that flex is happening from the handle of this saw and not from the vise itself. And obviously, this same method would work for whether it's a string trimmer, mountain bike, whatever it is you need to do. You can articulate it to whatever side that you need to work on and be able to clamp that into place, lock it down, and now you've got a nice secure place to work on it. So it's a really cool system that's expandable, obviously, into different areas as you need it to be, but even out of the box, it's got a lot of functionality and can be very useful. Again, $280 for the base, $110 for the Connect system, and then anywhere from $20 to $40 for the additional accessories as well. You can also find all of it on Amazon, so very easy to get to. We'll have links in the description. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. Have a great day.